Welcome to this new to console mod map tour with me, MrSealyp. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, Shamrock Valley 19 by Oxygendavid is here on console. This map, to say it's been eagerly anticipated is probably the understatement of the century. When this came out on FS17, I know console gamers were clamouring for it to come to console, and it didn't happen. It's been a while coming to console now, but it is finally here. It's a fantastic map. There are a couple of drawbacks. Don't shoot the messenger, I'm going to put them out there. We start off at the main farm, which is the top of the map. This uses, I'm on New Farmer first of all. On New Farmer it uses 953 out of 1299 slots, which only gives you 346 slots to play with. On console, especially if you want to run class equipment, John Deere equipment, anything with a high slot count, that's going to prove difficult. Not impossible, but difficult. I just wanted to put that out there first. If you are playing on Farm Manager, you've still used 825 slots out of 1299, which gives you 474 slots to play with. You don't have any machinery or anything. You don't start with anything at all. So that's still a fairly high slot count. But the trade-off is, and it's always going to be the trade-off on console, this map is so detailed. So that's, I mean, there's the trade-off, and all of the animal pens and things are fixed. We're going to see that as we go around. So, as I said, we start off at the main farm. We'll have a look in the map. So we start off up the top here at Shamrock Valley Farm, which is by the S. There is a key down the bottom here. S is for Shamrock Valley Farm. C is for Brook Farm, which is over the other side of the valley. P is the placeable area, forest, and then the playable area. This red line is the boundary around which you cannot go any further. It's not a huge map. Small fields, again, if you're one of those people that like big, sprawling American maps, you're probably not going to like it. Not to play on, but again, I will say this as I've said numerous times before, you've got to appreciate what goes into making these maps and the level of detail and the beauty of the map. You know, some maps are just phenomenal. We've got quite a few sell points. We have got quite a few bale sell points. There's Balamory bales, there's Scatterbrook bales, Shamrock bales. We've got a few stores, Gypsy Hill store, Balamory stores. What else we got? The docks. We've got Malone's farm shop. There's a few, and the sawmill. But here's the cool thing. When we go onto this map, if you start on on New Farmer, let's click on that. You already have all of that, which includes, big smile on my face, the biogas plant. You don't have to buy it on Farm Manager. The biogas plant is owned. That said, this bit of land itself, the value is 0. The same as on Marwell Manor Farm. So even if you start on Farm Manager or start from scratch, to buy all of that, including the biogas plant, is 0. It doesn't cost you anything. That's pretty good. Now on New Farmer, you do start with the main farm, Shamrock. You do start with Scatterbrook. You start with fields 1, 2, 3, 6 and 7. So you've got quite a lot of land to start off with, which is pretty cool. Field prices aren't too bad. 44 grand, field 22. Let's go for a bigger one. Field 29 is 125,000. There's a lot of grassland, a lot of pasture land. You can plough it out, make it into fields. Contracts are available for you to play. I think because an area like this is set in Ireland, is a lot of it is sheep farming, cow farming, that kind of thing. A lot of what is done then is forage. It's for total mixed ration, for feed, for that kind of thing, more than arable farming. That said, arable farming is available. The forest is over here on this side of the valley and is 472,000 to buy, which isn't overly expensive as well. Sorry if I'm trying to rattle through. There's a lot to get through and a lot to see. The detail in the house as well. Hang on a second. Listen. The ticking of the clock. I mean, it's little things like that. You get that and think, that's amazing. We do have a light switch on the wall, which is just there. Illuminate. Very Harry Potter. We do have an office, study. I don't want to spend half the first look tour going around here. Now obviously there are and have been some sacrifices, and there always are. The level of detail won't be, if you've played it on PC, if you've watched PC gamers play, there are certain things, I'm pretty sure on the FS17 version as well, some of these windows opened and things like that. Some of that functionality is lost when you transfer over to console. It always will do. You're going to lose some things because the map makers, the ones that want to convert over to console, are desperate to get their maps to console. They want them to work on console, and sometimes they have to sacrifice certain things to make that work. That's just the nature of the beast, unfortunately. If we come up here, we've got bedrooms. There's another study upstairs as well, just there. The one we are looking for, hang on, open that one, bathroom, is this one here. This is the one where you can sleep through the night. I'm not tired at the moment, but again, just looking out over that, the view is just incredible. The front garden, you know, even the pictures and paintings and stuff all around the wall. It's what I've always said when I do mod reviews on vehicles and things like that, is looking at the decals and those kind of things. Sometimes you get that blur. Not so. You look around the pictures and stuff around the house. Absolutely brilliant. So let's go out the front door. Look at that, even the glass, it looks like glass, that kind of shimmer and reflection. So out into the front garden, overlooking the valley. It is a beautiful place. We'll go around the side. We do have a little back garden with a shed just there. Gate opens here, and we'll go around the yard and have a look. As far as vehicles, what do we start with? Well, let's go to our garage. We have a New Holland T5 100, a Case Maxim CVX. We've got a TX32 harvester, Agroliner trailer and header for the harvester. We've got an Agromash plough, small seeder. We've got the Kuhn Deltis sprayer, mower, baler. Like I say, because a lot of it is kind of arable stuff, grass work, bales and things for feeding animals. I think that's probably why. We've got a header, trailer, weights, and that's it. As far as placeables go, there are no modded ones on this. Like I say, the animal enclosure and stuff are all fixed. That said, there's a big placeable area, so if you do want to set up your own farm, add your own placeables, your own silos, those kind of things, you absolutely can. The farmhouse is fixed. It's what's there. You can't sell any of that. This is all here. This is all static and fixed. But quick whiz around the yard. You are definitely going to get some feel of Oakfield, Marwell Manor, buildings and structures and stuff like that. There are some similarities. Light switches are all around the place, and they do say do turn off light when not in use. But one thing I will say, the lights come on the inside, which is great. We get the light shine on the outside, and you can see, if I get the right angle, that kind of, you get that dust through the light. But the light itself doesn't light up, which is a bit of a peculiar one. We'll see it a little bit better on one of the next ones. Maybe that one doesn't even work at all, but there are a few like that. Now, here at Shamrock Valley Farm, we've got our cows and we've got our sheep just down the hill. At Scatterbrook, we've got the horses, pigs and chickens. 2 bunker silos just to the right here. And our buy, sell, load and unload point for our cows is just here. And the cow pasture runs right the way around the side of the farm. I mean, the detail, like I say, you'll see as we go around, the detail is incredible. But this pasture runs right the way around, and the cows kind of roam around all of that. Coming around to the sides here, we do have... Now, I hope I'm not wrong on this, I think this is where you collect your milk from. I think that's the milk trigger. Because round here, we've then got our feed trough. Water trough is just here. Feed trough is in this barn here. There's another gate to come in from the side here. And we've got our muck bunker just there. And we've got our slurry point just there. So I'm assuming that bit round there is for the milk. And obviously I haven't got any milk in there at the moment. But we do have here lime station. Plane going over. Very cool. And this is the Shamrock bales. So this is one of the bale sell points here up at the main farm at Shamrock Valley Farm. as we continue around, there's plenty more storage. We've got the harvester and header trailer in there. This one might work. Maybe it's just the light. Yeah, it's odd. You get the light shine, but not the actual light from it. Inside this barn here, we've got our workshop, repair, configure, just in here. Very nice. I'll turn that light off after I'm done. The yard's small, it's a tight yard, it's kind of got a very realistic feel to it. And like I say, if you like your big farms, big wide open spaces, it's probably not going to be necessary for you. Fuel refill point just there, that's the sort of main entrance in and out onto the main road. We'll get to that in a minute. Like I say, this is the cow shed with your feed trough and stuff down the side. Normally the hay, the straw goes in there as well. We have got just around the corner here some more equipment stored away. More barn space with some more equipment in it. And here. Actually, where's the light switch for this one? Not sure, but this is your silo. You have two silos, one here and one at Scatterbrook, and they are 500,000 litres each. They hold your main crop types. They don't hold forage or potato, sugar beet, sugarcane, any of that kind of stuff. It's just your main kind of standard crop types that we're used to. That is the main yard. That's, I mean, like I say, it's not huge, and you're not going to get away with massive machinery. So what you kind of start with, you can get away with for a little while. You can probably go a little bit bigger. You'll go a little bit bigger with tractors, but you're not going to get away with massive machinery around here. There are no collisions on the hedges and fences. On the hedges. There aren't actually that many fences. Plenty of gates knocking about. What we're going to do is head out onto the main road. I'm just looking at my sheet. Contracts I have mentioned. Let's open the gate. Just there. Yeah, Shamrock Farm. So just opposite, up here in the northwest corner of the map, we've got the placeable area, and this is huge. So, like I say, if you want to set up your own farm and not have those ones, or you want to put a massive silo up here, or whatever it is you want to do, that's the placeable area. That's kind of what it's for. Then we're going to head down. What is cool on this as well is the traffic is not like normal traffic. We're very lucky today because the day this releases, Sussex Farm is also released. I'm going to be doing the first look on that as well. I was going to stream it, but well, I'll talk about that later on when I do that. But first off, we've got Gypsy Hill stores. Like I say, you'll see as we go around the detailing, you know, and that's why the slot count is high, you know. It's all the little peripheral things, the things you don't take into account, that it's the polygon count and those kind of things. Placing all of these things, it eats up memory space. But then you've got that trade-off. Do you want a really detailed map that looks fantastic, or one that's really bare bones with nothing on it? There's always going to be that trade-off, unfortunately. So to our right, we'll get our main machinery store, RBM Agricultural Limited. John Deere dealership. Our workshop for configuration, repair, selling, etc. is just here. It does have an outside and inside trigger, so if you've got big machinery you haven't got to worry about trying to get it in the doorway, which is very nice indeed. Inside we've got our purchase point, but obviously you can do it from your main, you know, your tablet, however you want to refer to it. Does that one open? No. What's really cool is around the back here, the little bridge going over, there's, you know, tracks and roads that lead all over the place. It's one of those things. Search, have a look around, if you know, load the map up, have a bit of a play around with it and find stuff. I can't show you everything on a first look. I love the fact you've got a tractor in a skip. Fire damage, you can say that again. Very, very cool. And the next door we've got the fuel station, petrol station, gas station, however you refer to it, wherever you're from. what I'm going to do is whiz down. Actually, you know what? We'll come back up past there later on. Look, this is what I was talking about. As I say, look at that. You don't see that very often on maps. Tractors driving around. That again, that gives it a kind of a really immersive feel. You know, we often get the standard vehicles trundling around and lorries and cement trucks and that kind of thing. But to have tractors with implements on the back going around, I think that's a really cool touch. I like that. Now this here, no bells and whistles, no frills. This is your sheep pen. Or sheep pen, sheep pasture, big open field. This map is seasons ready, seasons compatible. We'll get our feed trough there, and the water trough is just over there in the long grass, but nice big open pasture. This is field 6 and 7 that you do start off with. 1, 2, 3, 6 and 7 if you start on New Farmer. We're going to head down the hill now. There we go. I've got to remember where all the turnings are. And again, you know, the purpose of these is that kind of just to get a feel for it, to, you know, the landscape, the detailing, what you think of it. Now, one thing I haven't found yet, and I was really, really hoping for, but I totally understand why not, if not. I've checked out on all three, on New Farmer, Farm Manager and Start From Scratch. This railway on PC, the train runs along it. There's a steam train that runs along it. Now I've waited a little while on here on all three of those settings and I haven't seen one come past yet. It could just be I haven't waited long enough, but I don't think that's made the conversion over. It's a pity. It was one of those things I was really hoping would, but it hasn't. The sweep of the landscape and the detail of how it's all kind of put together is just brilliant. So what we're going to do is take a left in a minute. We're going to head over the other side of the valley, just here, to Scatterbrook Farm. Then we'll head down to the harbour. I'll try and take in all the sell points. It's what I normally do when I do these. Plenty of access, little tracks and lanes and pathways that take you to all the fields. Like I say, I'll just show you, no collisions on the hedges. Obviously the trees will have collisions, so you know you can get away with running some slightly larger machinery through, but you won't get away with everything, I don't think. What I'm going to do is take a right here, I think, first. Show you these two sell points, then we'll go along to the other farm. Traffic's incredibly slow. I don't know if that's just... I think it's just a more sedate pace in Ireland. Take it easy. So we have got Malone's Farm Shop. Now at Malone's Farm Shop we have also got a manure sell point, which is just over here to the side. There's a manure sell point. If we lift up the cover here, we've got Malone's Farm Shop sell point just there. I know for me, the whole time I'm driving around this, I'm grinning like an idiot because it's that kind of... I remember watching various different first look map tours when this first came out and watching a few Let's Plays. It's even that's just so cool, I love that. And now to be kind of on it, on my console, it's like, it's brilliant. And I don't mind the trade-offs, that's the thing, isn't it? You really don't mind. What I'm going to do is pull over to one side here. Even, I mean, that itself, you come down that hill, and the kind of setting, it's just, you know, it's like a painting, isn't it? You kind of come down out of here. Wow, brilliant. So, here we are, Scatterbrook Farm. Open the gate here. Now, just here, in this pasture, is for your horses. Just there, and their feed trough and water trough is just over there in the field. We come into the main farmyard here. We've got our silo round to the right, which is the other 500,000 litres, so it's 1 million litres capacity, which is pretty cool. And that silo is accessed here for putting into the silo, and taking out of the silo is that chute just there. More barn and storage space knocking around at this farm as well. We come back around the yard. So pretty much the same as with Shamrock Farm. It's not Well, there's not a lot of space. It's tight, you know. Chickens. You've got a chicken coop just here. This is where you buy your chickens from. When you buy one, for example, they will wander around the yard like so. Now, as far as feeding them goes, and the egg boxes, that's here. Feed trough is there. I think that's the egg box. It's the only one I've found, the only trigger I've found that point that doesn't seem to have another function, unless that's for the fuel. If it is for the fuel, then I have no idea where the egg boxes appear. I think it's there. Anyway, like I say, this is the other entrance into the horse pasture. So you've got your two troughs over here, one there and one over there. And then through here we've got our pigs. So horses, chickens and pigs all at this one. Our manure silo, shelter, whatever you call it. And this one here is Scatterbrook bales. So we've got Shamrock bales, Scatterbrook bales, so that's your sell point for bales here. Open up this one. Quite a few gates to be getting around. So, pig enclosure, feed trough is just here. Buying, selling, loading or unloading is just there. Hop over that. Hang on a minute. Your point there. Our water trough is round this side. Slurry pit is just there. Sorry, I do apologise for like rattling around this. I think that's our line point as well, isn't it? Yep, line point just there. And it opens directly out onto the field. That's another thing. It's, you know, no fence or hedge. It's just the farm field, boom, straight into it. I think that's really cool. I just still can't. You can't go over the detail. I mean, I know it's kind of that. It's that USP of Oxygendavid, isn't it? You know, the level of detail on all the maps. Sandy Bay, apparently, I read somewhere that that's coming to. Wow. The conversion over on Lone Oak as well, you know, it's just fantastic. So let's carry on. We've got more sell points to see, more cool stuff, more detail. A little babbling brook to our left hand side. There's a turning coming up, I think. I wonder if he's going to turn down there. Plenty of hills to contend with. It's not all easy landscape. So the other side of the valley. This road's going to lead us round behind Scatterbrook. Again, I just wanted to kind of show it off, really. At the end of the day, that's the whole point, isn't it? So as we come over the rise, the Harbour Hoves interview. That's right, isn't it? I just had one of those horrifying moments where you suddenly think, did I set my record time correctly? Or is this only going to record 10 minutes rather than what I want it to? So we're coming down into the back of the harbour. It's incredible, it really is. Oh, I love it. Right, we're going to turn left here. Past the harbour entrance. To some more sell points. Tucked around the corner here. I love this as well, this is really cool. Tony Stark and Sons. Cool. Right, Spinnery sell point. Just on the left there. It does say wool, but that should be wool and cotton. I assume it's wool and cotton. And this is Harbour Dock 1, I think. Let me just check. I'm sure it's Harbour Dock 1. So we've come... Actually, I didn't even show you on the map, did I? We came down to Gypsy Hill Store, came all the way along here, took this little side turning round to Malone's Farm, past Scatterbrook. We've come all the way around here, down this side of the map, Yeah, harbour shipping, dock 1 and the spinnery. Round onto the dock here, and we come to harbour shipping 2, which is up here with a nice little pub, the Fisherman, up on the docks. Now, there is a boat that goes around the harbour, which you can get into. But one thing I will point out, and I don't know if it's going to need an update, which it possibly will do. You're just not going to do it now I've said that. It follows a route round. Now, some of the route it goes round, it goes under bridges, and the mast and stuff on it just goes straight through the bridges. It's not, you know, it may not be for everyone. Wait for the boat and jump on. Stunning views around Shamrock Bay, which is really cool, and you can do it. It comes past here. I can just jump to it, and I'm going to show you something. So, Ocean Breeze boat, and it goes around the harbour. Actually, it's just coming back past now. You can see my tractor just in the distance. This does a route round up one of the little rivers, and it goes round in the distance. If I want to go in the cab, as it were, there we go. That's what it did to me before. It started off in the correct position, and then for some reason the camera flips upside down. I can imagine there's probably been plenty of fishermen that have arrived back in port with this view. However, yeah, it's fine like that. Start the engine, cruise control on. And this follows a set route round. So if you want to, you can just sit on the boat, follow it round. But again, that's a really nice feature. Nice little touch. I like that. Very cool. Anyway, we've got stuff to do. So, let's continue. I think you'll agree. The level of detail is just beyond impressive, and like I said earlier, I've got Sussex Farm to do today as well, and I already know. Well, you'll see later. Hopefully, you'll see if you watch that one as well. And there are mods out. Detail on the stained glass church window, little bridge over the little river inlet. It's great. Pharmacy on the left. Now, if we turn in just here, we've got the dairy. So there's our dairy sale point, just there. And then, continuing, got a big old turning just here. We've got, this is very clever, Paddyfields Livestock Market. Anyway, so this is Livestock Market just here. Now actually, something I do want to check. Oh yes, it's coming up. I was going to say, we've done the 2 bales points at the farm. There's also Balamory bales, but that's coming up. So I thought, if I missed that, I haven't. We're just about to come to it now. Should have just been a bit more patient. Balamory bales is just there, and Balamory stores is this sell point just here, down at the docks. Plenty of sell points to choose from. Lots of haggling between them all for pricing. And then our biogas plant is just here on the docks. Our digestate tank is just there. Our anaerobic digester is just there. But there are no bunker silos here. There is a bit of space here in the middle. I haven't tried to place any yet. Potentially, might. You know what? Let's try that now. I don't know if it will let you. There are 2 up at the main farm, and I suppose it kind of encourages you to transport stuff over. But I know a lot of people do like to. Let's try one medium. Oh, hang on, I had a bit of green there for a second. It collides with another. Oh, there you go. Yeah, you can put one in. Doesn't give you a huge amount of room. You might get away with a double actually. potentially, like I say, it's not going to give you a huge amount of space, but you can place them. That's good. Good to know. And up from here, we're going to head to the sawmill. We haven't been to the forest, but I mean, a forest is a forest, but it's up on the other side of the valley, which is all the way up there. You can just see it up there. Back behind us, we've got the lighthouse on the point, and then there's the castle. You can actually go out to the castle. There's a castle out there as well. Out to the sawmill. So Shamrock Sawmill. Just down here. And I think that's all this. I'm pretty sure that's all the sale points. I don't think I've missed anything. Automatic barrier here. We head around again. Not a massive amount of space. There's plenty of room to get lorries and stuff around. But we have got a lumber sale point just there. And we've got our wood chip sale point just there. Now I did wonder, and we haven't had a map for a while that's had a mill pond. I did wonder, but the fact that you've got the lumber sale point just there, I haven't tried it, potentially, but I'm not holding out any hope. The crane isn't an operating crane, that's just, I checked that as well, that's just it's there for, I say there for show, that kind of makes it sound a little bit, for added detail, that's the best way of putting it. Right, so, we're going to head back up out of the valley, because there was a little bit I didn't show you, it's only a tiny little bit, but I think you kind of get a feel for it. It's great, and like I say, it's so nice to finally be able to kind of drive around it, and that's no slight on Oxygendavid. That's not. I'm not having a go like, oh, it's been ages, why have we had to wait? I totally understand why we've had to wait. Maps like this, and you're talking to Alien Jim about Sussex Farm and the maps he makes. It's not easy to do. It really is not. Everyone just thinks it's a simple case of, oh yeah, put it on console. It doesn't work that way. It really doesn't. And especially when you've got, like I say, this level of detail. It's just fantastic. Right, so I'm so hoping I'm going to drive under this or up by the railway and the train's going to go past, but I don't think it's going to happen. Beautiful map. Fantastic detailing. Glad it's on console. Cannot thank Oxygendavid enough for all of his work on all of his maps. And I know I've had comments left before saying, oh, you favour Oxygendavid and Alien Jim, and be like, you go all gushing. Seriously, how can you not go around a map like this and not think it's fantastic? You know, I mean, I know it may not be your thing. You may not like English maps, Irish maps. You might not like tight closed-in things. But like I said right at the start, you've got to appreciate what's gone into it, even if it's not your cup of tea. So this was the bit I didn't quite get to earlier. I want to show again. The detail is just wow. Obviously that trailer doesn't actually flex, but we've got the pub here. Most important point in any local area, you need to be near a pub, don't you? The Lucky Leprechaun Irish Pub. Now that was Gypsy Hill. Stores is just up there, and in this field here, I saw it on my way past earlier, and I thought, again, it's one of those details doesn't have to be there. Or have I missed it? Where's it gone? Or was I losing my mind? There, look, Gypsy Hill. Really cool indeed. So what we're going to do now? Jump back in the tractor, head back up to the main farm. And that's pretty much it. We've been round everything. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've, I know you've probably already seen loads of, people's first look map tours on PC and stuff. And I just thought, it doesn't hurt to put a console one up and say, look, this is what's here. This is what it looks like. There may be things that are missing that are on PC that aren't on console and that kind of thing. And console players they want to know. It's all well and good watching a PC first look and then assuming you're going to get all that stuff, and then sometimes you just don't. So I just thought, we'll have a whiz round, have a look. And there you go, heading back up the hill to the farm. And that's a quick whiz round. There's still plenty more to see. Get on, have a look, have a drive round, find things. Whether things work, don't work, whether silos hold what they say they will, whether you can place things where you think you can or can't, that's not down to me. I'm just showing you what's here, what's available, a quick whiz round, quick look at everything. But yeah, I hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.